Okay. Well, should we kick off? I think we should. Before we kick off, let me do some really quick housekeeping. So please feel free to pop all your questions in the chat window. We will make sure to get to as many of them as possible during the Q&A section. So that's just the only main housekeeping request from us today. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and start the webcast. So hi, for everyone that may not know who we are Provence, a trusted Microsoft independent software vendor, ISV, and partner. And we've been a partner for over 15 years. So what do? We specialize in providing IT service management and IT asset management applications. And we've been recognized as a Microsoft Cloud and AI certified software, supporting a range of organizations and customers from public sector, Microsoft-centric customers and partners, etc. So today, you're going to see practical use case scenarios for leveraging Microsoft 365 Copilot in ServiceTeam ITSM. I'm so excited. Let's go to the next slide. So this is your team for today. I've been talking for the last 2 minutes. My name is Tammy Briggs. I'm your technical account executive here based in UK, London. And like I said, we're going to go through some real practical use cases. I'll hand off to my esteemed colleague. Riddhi, would you like to do an intro?
Hi, everyone. I'm Riddhi Modi, product manager at Provence. And some of you might have known me because of the previous webcast. So, in today's webcast, what's the agenda? I'll come straight to the point because we are also very excited to share. So we're gonna start with first scenario that how Hannah, who is an HR representative, starts her day with M365 Copilot and how easily or how seamless it is for her to submit a service request that can end up in the service team. So we're gonna start with our first demo. So usually this is how the M365 uh, day that Hannah starts with. She asked to the Copilot that what should be in my radar today. And she gets an email that, okay, she has some high priority email that is sent by her HR executive that, okay, she needs to onboard Sam Wattsman and who is going to join IT department from July 1st. So what Hannah does here is that she has here service team support agent available. Either she can go there or she can directly call here the service team support agent and she can say that, okay, I need to onboard an employee. So she doesn't have to actually go anywhere and she's still starting her day with this M365 Copilot. She is just calling service team support agent and starting to submit an onboarding service request. The other thing she can also do, so what's happening right now is in the background, service team support agent is looking for all the request offering and request area that you have configured in your tenant. So it's going to come back if there is anything matching. And that's what's going to come back to us. Of course, you can see that Hannah has all the other priorities also shown here, that what she needs to take care in her M365 Copilot. But right now, what we're going to see here is that how the service team support agent is looking in your Dataverse data, try to find the request offering that is matching to what Hannah is asking. Additionally, Hannah can also see that, okay, these are some of the important information. She can keep it handy as to copy in case she doesn't want to add the information all one by one. Usually that's what happens in the service request, that it comes up with the different questions. So the one thing we need to understand here is that every service request that has usually the question and answer that you have configured. and it needs to be answered. It's kind of an essential part. So you can see that now service team support agent came back saying that, okay, I found a matching service offering for you, and would you like me to proceed? So when Hannah says yes, what's going to happen basically is all the questions that you have prepared as a part of this service request, it's going to pop up one by one. So Hannah knows that when she is submitting service request, she needs to make sure that everything around that service request is properly submitted. So here she can see there are 5 questions that she needs to go through. Now, let's say we can definitely go one by one, but she has some information earlier that she copied from the email. So she's saying that, you know what, I want to onboard this person, and she's can remove the unnecessary information. But the most important is name of this person, is starting um, onboarding for July 1st and joining IT department. So she's saying she can also say that add all these answers. So this is a kind of a shortcut now, because we have the agent, AI agent, which is smart enough that understands that what Hannah is trying to do. And when you do when and this happens in everyday life, that when you try to fill up the form, there could be an error, there could be a spelling mistakes, error, etc. So you can see that now service team support agent already added everything. Plus, it also said that, okay, there is another very required field that is needed, which Hannah needs to provide. She did not mention what is the job posting ID. So here, Hannah is like, okay, the job posting ID is, so she knows, she's an HR person. She knows what is a job posting ID. She submits. And now this is even faster. She doesn't have to go through all these questions one by one. She just copy pasted all the required info from the email, and agent can find it out or fill it for her. So now there comes the last is a summary, that okay, you have the job posting number, full name, employee type, department, etc. And the agent is asking that you want to submit. And Hannah would say, yes, submit. Of course, these questions are just example questions. You can have your own onboarding request with your specific questions that you have configured, and same thing that goes with each and every request offering, that you have different kind of question template that you have prepared, and it's going to show up here. So you can also go one by one answering all the question. And in case you have information available, you don't really need to go one by one. You can submit everything at once. So now your service team support agent is creating actual data in your Dataverse, and the ticket type needs to be service request and not just a normal ticket or incident. So that's what this agent is doing. And we're going to see soon how it shows up in our service team. So, of course, the agent needs to process the things. We have cloud flows, and we have our plugins that needs to be enabled in the backend to make sure that it contains, or it preserves our business logic that we have with all these workflows. So agent is preparing all of that. And of course, it's going to create a submit service request for you. Now, the most important thing here we need to notice that Hannah didn't have to go anywhere. She started her day with M365 Copilot, and she's asking about her day because you can see that how work IQ is enabled for her M365. It's quite personalized for her. So she can see what needs to be done for her, what are the priorities for her day, and she didn't have to go anywhere. Even just by staying here on the same screen, she could able to submit a service request. So we can see now it's a 1753, and we can go back now to our app side. Let me refresh.
So this is the back end, right? This is the service desk agent view,
Exactly.
handling this request, right? Okay.
Yes, thanks, Tammy. So we can see that now if we go back from the end user view to now the agent view, you can see that service request 1753 came in. So here you can see that, okay, new employee onboarding, Sam Wattsman, and you can see all the end questions that were answered came back in a description. So everything that we needed for the service request to be submitted, also the ticket type, it's a service request. So this, and as soon as a service request came in, we do have this whole concept of ticket template. The template started applying. You can see that automation stream started running, and everything is working as usual. What we have in any onboarding um, service request that you have planned.
So
So
this
things
actually
are
helps the end service desk agent as well with speed because it's pre-populating all the necessary information, so they don't have to go and fix that themselves. That's amazing. Yeah, just conscious of time. We're only about 10 minutes left, so we still have a couple more things to show. So really, I'm just giving you a nudge.
Yes, sure. So that's way you can use the service team. We saw the end user perspective, and we also saw how things are working with the agent perspective. Our second demo is about how service desk agent can simply ask question, which is available. M365 Copilot is available right on top of the service team application. And we also know that usually service desk agent needs help and guidance, and knowledge managers are usually creating the guidance. But how M365 Copilot also can help with the to fill the gap when it comes to creating guidance. So we're going to see that as a next scenario. So I'm coming back here, and I'm going here. So let's say I have, now we are looking at the service desk manager who is opening Copilot, which is right away here available in service team, and asking, show me if there are any incident that could be duplicate. So you can see as a manager, you can see if there are duplicates, if there could be leading to a problem. Think something so easily, it's available to you here right away. The next example, which I was mentioning in terms of the knowledge creation. So let's say I'm an agent. I have been assigned to this ticket that, okay, user is not able to access the Power BI reports, and could be an issue with the license expiration. But if I'm a new agent, I don't even know how to assign license. What can happen? There is no available KB. You can see here that no knowledge base article is available for me. Of course, the Copilot tried to help what needs to be done. But at the same time, this agent is new. So if you would have seen our last webcast, you know that agents can reach out to subject matter expert using Microsoft Teams. So let's say in this case, agent does reach out to subject matter experts, and he gets some good knowledge in terms of what needs to be done. So now this gap should not happen again. So what this agent can simply do is can call the word agent from M365 Copilot. So all the knowledge that is provided from subject matter expert, this agent can literally create an article. So it goes here, it says that, okay, I would like to create a knowledge article, and please add this information, because he has been now given this information from subject matter expert. So next time, this way the agent can now proposing and submitting some of the knowledge article when there was a gap, and you can see the word document would end up in the site here. And of course, your knowledge manager can review, and you can use your standard workflows that, okay, if there is any duplication, if you need to add your branding, etc. And eventually you can upload the Word document in Service Team. So next time the similar issue comes up, there is a guidance available for agent. So that was it for the today's demo. And
So what you just showed, just because for me this is amazing. I just want to make sure we haven't brushed off anything. So you showed within Service Team there was Copilot. If you go back to that slide, there's Copilot right in the same pane, in the ticket pane, maybe the third tab to the left, and then yeah, within this same pane without having to navigate away. A new starter or an operation manager can use Copilot within Service Team to get contextual data and information from Service Team data. This is what you're saying. Wow,
exactly,
that's
Tammy. And
amazing.
sometimes, so many simple questions like what should I do next?
Yes.
Summarize this ticket for me. And usually the agents have to go through, look at the insights, they have to go through the ticket activities, they have to go to multiple different places to find the answers. Now you have those kind of things available here directly because Copilot is sitting here next in the service team, and it can read data for you.
So customers can leverage their existing Microsoft investments in Copilot. So really just extending the value that they get from their existing investments within Service Team. That's amazing. But are there any other samples that you could share with, people watching? Any sample prompts that you can share with the team just to help them get started?
Sure, I do have prepared something. So these are some of the example prompts that what you can use right away already. If you already have invested in M365, you can start using it for your everyday operations. And even simple things like, how many accounts raise the most tickets. This sort of an information usually available in our Power BI desktop, but now it's not only limited. Even Service Desk Manager, if they need these kind of a quick queries, they can ask to M365 Copilot without even going anywhere else. So these are
Amazing.
some of the examples prompts that you can already start using.
That's brilliant. I know there's a
So
question in the chat window. We'll get to it in just 1 second. So just really just go through the last slide. Thank you so much for your question. Please go ahead.
yeah, so this was just basically to summarize our today's demo, how you can leverage M365 conversational based queries directly in Service Team, your answering to get the answers for your questions. And it can lead you faster resolution because you can search your curated knowledge directly there, what you have in SharePoint. And the self-service agent helps your other employees who are in your organization who needs to submit tickets or service requests without going anywhere else. And you can see that how your business app, the service team is your business app, is now part of your conversation. And same way, M365 is part of your service team. So it's kind of merging. The experiences are merging, and it can help you solve the problem without navigating. It can navigating anywhere. You can stay in your familiar environment and can still get max out of it. And of course, the last thing that we saw was a knowledge creation because we have the word agent, we have a research agent, so many things available directly from the M365 Copilot that we can leverage. And it can also help you fill the gaps between service desk side and the knowledge management side. So that's
Amazing.
what how I would end, and we can definitely go ahead with the questions. And please do not miss our next webinar as well, which is specifically on Power BI.
That's going to be an amazing one as well. So the first question we have is from, I think, Robert. Robert, the question was, what Copilot license is needed for Service Team? So really, that license, what license is needed for users to be able to, yeah, see Copilot within Service Team?
Yeah, it's a M365 Copilot license. You don't need anything extra. So nothing, you can easily just enable. If you already have M365 for your organization, you can enable for Power Apps.
Amazing. Thank you. And then we have another question from, is it Falcone? Does Service Team pull any context or knowledge from previous tickets handled, or does the information need to be published to SharePoint first?
You can at the moment, the information is shared, pulled through the SharePoint,
Okay.
because you can leverage, you can mark that, and even that SharePoint needs to be part of your M365 Copilot. It should, as a linked knowledge source. So then you can pull the information from there. So if you right now, it doesn't pull the information from the older tickets, but you can use the prompts like, show me the similar tickets, and you can definitely go and try to find answers through there.
Thank you, Falcon. I hope that answered your question, but please feel free to elaborate more if not. I think there's one more question from Simon. Hi, Simon. As a service desk manager, I'm always being asked about specific tickets. Can Copilot give me a full summary of any ticket? I
Yes,
mean, that was like
yes.
a rhetorical question.
Yes. Okay. So that's a little funny. I did have that scenario that summarized this ticket for me,
Yes.
It's just I thought it's everybody might be using, so I changed to duplication. But yes, please go ahead, use the prompt, open one of your ticket and say, show me everything about this active ticket, or summarize this active ticket for me. Show me all the activities done so far for this ticket. These kind of prompts would help you summarize that whole ticket. But at the same time, we have our own agent as well, like ServiceTeam agent, which we call it ticket brief agent. It is available as part of 3.0. That also helps you to summarize the ticket activities.
Amazing. I know specifically that question was going to come up because I've had a chat with Simon earlier, and I know other IT leaders, that's top of mind on, how to get knowledge out of the tickets and being able to format it in a specific way, right? So it's not just summarize this ticket. You can say summarize this ticket using the format below, right? And it can provide you that as well. So that's amazing. And thanks, Mike, for confirming that question was answered. I apologize. I said Falcone instead of Mike, so sorry. Apologies, Mike. I should have called you Mike. Any other questions? It seems like, yeah, really, this is a
If there
popular
are no
session.
questions, I have a question, which I ask, similar question I asked in my last webcast as well. Is this something that you see you're going to be using? Is this something that you get excited about? Is that anything that you would like to share with us? Because this is coming directly right now from our innovation lab. These are some experiments that we are doing. And you know how Microsoft is constantly delivering with AI. Every day something new comes up, and it would be amazing to get some feedback. How did you like today's demo? How do you see something like this that you're going to be using?
Yeah, a question just came out from James asking if we will share documentation regarding these new features. So I believe really you just mentioned we just announced our latest release, right, version 3.0. So yes, we will share documentation for 3.0, but I'm sure if there's any other documentation from Copilot and Microsoft Copilot and Service Team integration, yeah, we can definitely share that. I'm sure really will be very happy to share that. So thanks for the comments as well. And we see that 100% is going to use it. Totally, we're going to use it. So that's we are as excited as you are about the possibilities and the possibilities of using this native integration. Customers, company will see this use. Okay, well, we're actually 5 minutes early for a change. We'll leave the chat window open, but again, just wanted to say thank you for tuning in. For those of us that stayed all the way through the end from the start, and we'll share the recording. If you've already registered, we will be sharing a link to the recording as well. It will be available on demand after this session. But again, thanks once again from the Provence team.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Awesome. Have a good rest of your day.
Bye.